I told you, if Yao Ming gets 19 points in the game this year, I'm going to kiss his ass right here in front of everybody.
He had 12 points.
Because he said that Yao Ming was the best player in Houston.
I'm telling you, he had 12 points and 18 rebounds. No, that was Sean Bradley.
Sean Bradley probably better than Yao Ming.
Hey.
Yao Ming made Sean Bradley look like Bill Russell.
Okay, look.
Hey, he might be a good player one day, but he ain't ready. You say he's going to get 19 points in a game?
I'm telling you, he has some offensive skills. He was 2 for 2
Why don't you go without eating till he get 19 points? You're going to weigh about 12 pounds.
How about you? We both go without eating till he hits
you know what? He might be a good player one day, but he ain't ready.
We're going on the Yao Ming fast. It's the Yao Ming fast right now.
When you said that, I thought you was going to bet me he's going to get 19 points in a week. When you said he's going to get 19 points in one game.
He got skill. He really does. He's got to learn the game a little bit. He's got to get the training camp.
Learn the game. He's been playing the game all these years.
Okay, we're going on the Yao Ming.
He's black. You know, these black guys and these white guys, they ain't like them China guys. They're a little bit different over here.
Well, yeah. This didn't age well. What's up everybody, it's Jimmy. And here in 2019, Yao Ming has finally gotten the respect he has earned. Now a Hall of Famer, admiration from his peers, and one of the greatest Houston Rockets ever, Yao has marked his spot in basketball history. But it doesn't feel like that long ago when he was just a 22-year-old kid with larger-than-life expectations being put on him. As the third tallest man to ever play in the NBA, Yao was a giant among giants. But size is about the only thing he had in common with those other NBA giants. You know, Yao had this one thing we like to call skill. You know that saying, big for nothing? Well, Yao Ming was the exact opposite of that. The man knew how to use his size to his advantage, had soft hands and an even softer touch around the basket, and as time went along got better and better down low with his footwork and aggression. When he first came into the league, he was compared to, of course, Sean the Stormin' Mormon Bradley, a man whose most notable basketball accomplishment was getting the alien version of himself dunked on by Michael Jordan in Space Jam. But again, all they had in common was their height, so that comparison was put to rest real quick. And even after showing up to a foreign land, adjusting to the NBA's physicality and pace, and dominating in so many games that he made the All-Star team as a rookie and was in the running for Rookie of the Year, Yao still wasn't getting the respect he deserved, especially from the league's most imposing big man. The big man's big man. Shaquille O'Neal. In fact, Shaq said that at the time he hated how fans and broadcasters were anointing Yao as the next big man up. So Shaq made it his mission to shut down that conversation. He refused to acknowledge Yao's dominance and growth as a player, and even went as far as acting like he didn't even know who Yao was. Leading into their first matchup in 2003, Shaq made this statement about Yao Ming.
A shout out to Yao.
Wang Zhu, whatever your name is, you want some of Shaq food? Come get it. I'll be waiting for you.
Well, unfortunately for Shaq, Yao heard this challenge and accepted it. So on January 17th, 2003, we got to witness the first meeting between Yao and Shaq. And it was everything big and huge and awesome we thought it would be, and more. The game gets underway, and on the very first play, Shaq calls for the ball. Later on in an interview, Shaq said that he wanted to show Yao some of his finesse, so for some odd reason, Shaq goes to a move that he literally has never used and tries to cross over Yao Ming. He gets inside and gets blocked by the beast from the Far East. Shaq is a little shaken up, but he's alright. Yao, on the other hand, races down the court, gets position on the block, and puts up a soft hook shot. And of course, it's good. Now Shaq is getting annoyed. Just a minute and a half later, the Lakers bring the ball down and give it to Shaq once again. But this time around, instead of showing off his finesse game, he goes to his moneymaker. All reliable, brute force. Now, for 99% of NBA centers and the vast majority of his career, this ultimate pro strat has worked for the Big Diesel. But that's the thing. Yao Ming isn't part of that 99%.
So many big names and big fellas in the building. Ming, the second block.
Once again, Shaq tries to bully a rookie Yao Ming, and once again, Yao Ming meets him at the rim and sends it back. On back-to-back shot attempts, Yao rejects the Big Diesel. But it doesn't end there, folks. Nah. Yao then proceeds to sprint down the floor, dive at the basket, and get another bucket in transition. Shaq is livid. Yao is relatively unfazed. Shaq was all but certain that he would come into this game and bully Yao around. And here he is, right from the jump, getting that work. But Yao is just getting started. On the very next possession, Yao gets the ball 10 feet out. And this time around, Yao decides to flex a little finesse of his own.
Best I've seen on Shaquille since the days of Hakeem Olajuwon. Preparation, knees flex. Attempt three, make two. He's calling for the ball.
Shaq is fed the fuck up. In a later interview, Shaq said that at this point, he knew he had to turn it all the way up.
And I wanted to give him a little finesse. I wanted to show him I was smooth, so I get it, I get on the post, and I go right there, he blocks it. Crowd go crazy. You got that. You 7'8", you're supposed to block it. All right. Get another move. He blocks it. Now I'm mad. Now I got to go in the playoff mode. Now I got to turn the power, turn it all the way up.
The Lakers bring the ball down and feed it to the big man down low. Shaq isn't holding anything back. This man is going full Diesel mode, moving a 7'6", 310-pound Yao Ming around like he's a small child. After taking 6,032 steps, Shaq goes up and for the third time in a row, gets shut down by Yao.
Just going right at the league's most valuable player.
O'Neal calling for it. Up strong with help.
That's 3 shots put up and 3 shots sent right back. Now, this may not seem like a big deal, but we are talking about a rookie, a kid that hadn't even been in the NBA for 5 months, shutting down the best big man in the NBA. A kid from China who had a world of expectations on him, living up to the hype in a game that virtually everyone thought he would get bullied around in. In fact, this wasn't the last time that Shaq felt Yao's presence. From this game forward, throughout all of their matchups, Yao Ming averaged 22 and 10 against the Diesel, numbers that were actually better than his career averages. Now, if you know anything about Shaq, you know he doesn't pay respect to players very often. He jokes around a lot, may recognize a legend's skill on rare occasions, but most of the time he's all trash talk. He's just too competitive to give virtually anyone their props. Well, anyone except Yao. In fact, he respects Yao's dominance so much, he actually put him on the same level as Hakeem Olajuwon and himself.
I put him in the category of a king.
Now, I've only seen Shaq give credit to 3 players: Patrick Ewing, Hakeem, and Yao. Now that is exceptional company. And who knows what else he would have accomplished if his body didn't turn on him. He was big, skilled, strong, and had the work ethic of a champion. And at 22 years old, he did something that most NBA fans thought they would never see. As a rookie, Yao Ming bullied a prime Shaquille O'Neal in the post. He made Superman feel like an ordinary man for the first time in years, and he gained the respect of everyone virtually overnight. The best part about all of this is that years after this game, Shaq said that Yao only got the best of him because, you ready for this? He was so tall. Shaq, of all people, saying that another player was too damn big. A man that made a living from his size, saying another player was too tall. I'm sorry, big fella, but you do not get to use this excuse. To sum up this game and his first experience against Yao, Shaq said, "He couldn't stop me, but guess what? I couldn't stop him either." Big praise from a big man. What did Yao have to say regarding his first encounter with Shaq?
Every game we played remind me of the old saying that what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Thank you for that.
Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.